All right, I'm gonna hold it up. I want you to scan it with your phone, or maybe I'm gonna put it through like the hole between the wood and the bench. Scan it with your phone and see what the Google image search result says it is. Really close, like get like close up on the plant and search right now. Look what my children did, isn't that cool? And who broke my positivity sticker? It needs to get thrown away anyway, but you know. Is it coming up? What does it say? Echeveria elegans. I'm not sure that's correct, but I have scanned a lot of Echeverias, and what has come up when I have scanned like many Echeverias is this. I'm going to show it to you right now. This. Well, it comes up on Google, but it says the beginning of this Wikipedia description: Echeveria is a large genus of flowering plants in the family Crassulaceae. Okay, so I was walking around a neighborhood near mine that makes everybody like mow their lawns, but allows people to have like pretty plants in like small landscaped areas. And this is the neighborhood where I decided not to buy a house many years ago, by the way, people. And I complimented this guy's Echeveria. And he said, "What did you call it? Can you like spell that out for me or write it down for me?" And I said, "Scan it with your phone." And he scanned it with his phone, and it did not come up with this, a specific species name that is probably wrong. It came up with the generic Echeverias are a plant in the Crassulaceae family. But I had already said this to him. I had said Echeverias are a plant in the Crassulaceae family, and when he like scanned it and his phone brought that up, he started like bookmarking it and perhaps texting to people. He said, "Thank you for the education. You know so much about plants." All right, people. Echeverias are a plant in the Crassulaceae family. I've got several of them that I cannot identify. There's many species and many crosses. This is one. And there's also something called a Dudleya, which looks very similar to an Echeveria. Your phone might bring up that result. But I believe it would be highly unlikely that my boyfriend scanning this would result in an actual like scientific species name. I have a few more that I can't identify here. My friend moved out of his house and gave me this one. It's either from the guy that moved to Los Angeles or the guy who is now living in a van, basically. There's another Echeveria. I need to pull out those plants that are growing around it. They're very huge. And lots of Echeverias. But the neighbor now apparently thinks I'm a genius. And what are my cats eating? What is this? What are you eating? Oh, it's like a piece of chicken. Apparently my chickens are also eating the chicken. Chicken, don't eat chicken. Get out of here. That's gross. Like chicken kind of awesome. So the neighbor was so impressed that he pulled up the Echeveria and bookmarked the Wikipedia page about Echeverias. And I told him they were growing in big clumps and needed to be divided. And when he pulled it up, he saw this. And I said, "Yeah, see, they have like massive roots. They're growing in like clumps of roots, root bound. You could like divide them and spread them out in all these bare areas. Instead of being like big clumps of Echeverias, it'd be like a field of them. It would be beautiful. Maybe he'll do it. Isn't that cool?" Here it is. What I learned from this experience is some of my neighbors do not watch YouTube videos. Or if they do not watch the ones I watch. Because if you want to know where I learned what a Echeveria is and that it's a plant in the Crassulaceae family, well, I learned that on YouTube by watching other YouTubers' videos. I learned a lot by watching other YouTubers' videos. So, thank you, neighbor who doesn't watch YouTube, who will never probably see this video for this Echeveria. And see, it's not the species my boyfriend's phone identified it as. See the, like, thorns on the end? It's like a completely different species. The phone was wrong. It is an Echeveria. I'm now going to plant it. Cool, huh? I think I have the same one growing in a pot somewhere else. Then, like, untie the pants or, like, take them off and change them to looser ones. Can you close the door? I'm recording. Close the door, I'm recording. Can you please close the door? I am recording. Sorry for the background noise, people, but I am logged into YouTube. There's a picture of me. And if I click right here, it will invite me to explore how well my channel is doing, which is not very good. I think my last video got like 8 views. I don't know, but this is what YouTube is recommending to me to watch. Do I want to watch Mikey Chen, or Mike Chen, eating $2,000 Wagyu steak on his Strictly Dumping channel? Or perhaps I would like to watch this week's volcano news. Or perhaps I would like to listen to Raw Deal and the Ideals. Or watch a 45-minute long botany video. Or perhaps I'd like to watch the news or a video about the history of Chicago. I think I recently watched a video about something in Chicago. So now YouTube thinks I'm interested in Chicago. Or perhaps I would like to watch Tasting History. I watched this video with Eugene on our TV, which is not logged into my YouTube channel. Hi, Max. Or perhaps I would like to watch Tom Scott. So when I was saying that, like, the minute that I told my neighbor that his plant was an Echeveria in the Crassulaceae family, he asked me to write that down and spell it out. I immediately knew something about him, and that was he did not watch YouTube or did not watch the videos I watch. Here, this is why. This is why. This is what I watch. Stuff that teaches me about interesting stuff that I want to learn about. Like, if you're going to go travel somewhere, I met these people on the beach, and I told them they should watch YouTube videos about the place they were going, because they were going to a crater lake that both Geology Hub and Crime Pays But Botany Doesn't had made videos about. And before I could actually mention that I also was a YouTuber, the police showed us, dear God, the police showed up to tell us that it was too late for us to be on the beach, and we had to leave. So somebody met me at a beach in Humboldt County, and I told them to watch Geology Hub and Crime Pays But Botany Doesn't, and watch the videos about the crater lake they were going to go to visit, and didn't have a chance to even mention that I also was a YouTuber. Isn't that funny? I hope you guys got some views. I mean, they're getting plenty. 9,000 views. 18,000 views, they're getting plenty. I'm getting like none, but instead of like mentioning that I was also a YouTuber, before even mentioning I was also a YouTuber, I said, Crater Lake, you've got to watch Geology Hub and Crime Pays But Botany Doesn't video about it. And they apparently did. They were pulling them up on their phones as the police were pulling up and saying that we had to get off the beach. So I recommend like looking at what YouTube recommends to me. Rod Deal and the Ideals made great songs. Rod Deal died. Some people think he overdosed. Some people think he was assassinated. They made a great song called Helicopters. It's like a reggae song about how the camp helicopters are stealing the pot from people in Humboldt County, California. which was a very common thing, even just up to a few years ago. Most overrated plants to grow. Run like an antelope from 2011. Of course. This is what YouTube thinks I want to watch. Oh, my children. I've been watching videos on my account. I know this because this is appearing. Someone was using my computer when I wasn't home recently. Smoke scorpions in Pakistan. And they said they fixed my internet, but, you know, it's fixed. This is fixed. This is working. I'm not going to record that for very long because looking at that for more than a second makes me like feel like I'm going to have a migraine or a seizure or both. But it is loading. Drew Binsky's videos from 3 years ago. Of course. I have no idea. All right? I have no idea. I don't know how the YouTube AI comes up with this stuff, but this is what they're recommending to me. But honestly, if I quoted the Beastie Boys, like earlier Eugene was watching a cartoon and he said, Mommy, there's a song you playing in our cartoon. And it was like a cartoon about some people going to outer space. It was Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. And Eugene didn't know what band it was, but he knew it was a song he'd heard and had to run out and tell me. So if I said hippies at the band show with their LSD, and somebody said, that's an interesting rap, did you make that up? I would show them this. That's one of the lyrics of this song. Like, seriously, that is a lyric from Open Letters to NYC. Seriously. Or how about a song I heard the ocean sing? God. It's a cringeworthy song that I had the opportunity to witness fish playing live at Jones Beach. When was that Jones Beach show? Like 2012 or 13? The one where there was like the torrential downpour and I had the cast on my knee? Me? Jones Beach. What year was that Jones Beach show? I think 13. Yeah, I think it was 13. It was cringeworthy. It's like this concert venue in the Hamptons where on a nice day, you are like, if you have a front row seat, like right in front of the breaking waves. When the storm happened, I'm pretty sure like the first like 6 rows were flooded and everybody was soaked. And instead of canceling the concert, Fish just played Water in the Sky and the song I heard the ocean sing, and every single song that mentioned water or the ocean that they could imagine. And the rain was like blowing in their mouths, making their singing sound hoarse. And the recordings of it sound horrible. Maybe this is a recording of it. I don't know. I don't know. It was fun. I had this cast on my leg, and I had to go into the bathroom and use the hand dryers to dry my cast and my clothes. And my cast ultimately was ruined, and I had to get a new one. Great concert. This is what YouTube recommends to me. What does YouTube recommend to you? I wonder if my neighbor has ever typed in youtube.com into his computer, and if he does, what would come up, because it surely would not be this. I know that from a 5-minute conversation. A lot of these channels are ones I'm not subscribed to, but YouTube thinks I will be interested in, because I have watched other videos about similar topics. Oh, this is just too much. I'm going to stop recording this video now. It's not possible to be a YouTuber in this county with optimum internet.